Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode with the magical, the mighty, the awesome Captain Zeriz. And I am your host, Delkit. So, nerds, nerdettes, dorks, dorklings, geeks, and fans of Eldritch. I was about to say Elvish. I'm like, there are no elves in Star Trek. And then I point at Vulcans and Romulans. But anyway, we'll continue with the next episode in the Breen Invasion story arc. This mission is out in the cold. Objective: Ambassador Sura, we have lost contact with 2 transports en route to the outer colonies. There were more than 400 Deferi on both vessels, and with the rising threat from the Breen, I fear the worst. Their last known location was near VZA-4001, and I suggest that you start your search there. The Breen have no compunction against attacking civilian ships. We seek peace with the Breen, as we do with all beings, but they answer our offers of friendship with death and destruction. Find our ships. If there are any survivors, please bring them home safely. And we get the Breen Transphasic Cluster Torpedo, which is an infinitely leveling piece of gear, but yeah, maybe, I don't know. So, you could unlock a daily mission by doing the Deferi story arc. And, you could get a good chunk of dilithium doing it. Some experience points, some expertise, but no, we're not going to do that. We're going to go to VZA 4001. We will get this mission underway. Enter the VZA-4001 system. And I actually did not realize I clicked outside of game on my second monitor. While I was taking a drink of water, muted my mic so you wouldn't hear me go, tasty water. So we will enter the system. Whoa. Sir, we are receiving an emergency distress signal from the Deferi freighter Sabak. I'm patching in to the main view screen. To all ships in range, this is the Deferi freighter Sabak. We are under attack and require assistance immediately. We have no weaponry aboard, and our shields are failing. Anyone who could hear this, please help. It must be one of the Breen raiding parties that we were warned about, sir. If we don't get there fast, there won't be anyone left aboard to save. I've located the Sabak by tracing their distress signal, sir, and we can engage on your command. Continue. Onward for tea and tasty biscuits. What happened here? Did a planet explode or something? Oh wow, we are just hammering away at them. They have no resistance. Thank you for saving us. Our sister ship, the Paktau, was waylaid by Breen raiders at our scheduled rendezvous point. We made a micro warp jump as soon as the Breen arrived and used the magnetic field of the comet to hide our energy signature. But the Breen have better sensors than we do. They found us, and if you hadn't come along when you did, we would have been obliterated. I'm worried about the Breen being at our next stop, so I'm going to try to get there ahead of the schedule and gone before they arrive. If you could, please find the Pak Tao. There are dozens of people aboard that ship. Continue. This is the Deferi ship Pak Tao. We escaped from a Breen slaver attack, and our antimatter containment unit and warp coils are non-functional. We need some replacement parts immediately. We are on the edge of a warp core breach. Is there any ship in range? Please, we need help. Oh, where are you? Okay, so this is a comet we're fighting? We're fighting in the stellar debris of a comet. That's pretty gnarly. And these comets are as big as planets. Oh, there they are. The Pak Tao. It almost sounds like I'm like speaking something in Tagalog. Pak Tao, pek pek. Beam parties aboard the Pak Tao. Sir, there are Breen ships inbound at Warp 7. 2 waves, from the looks of it. The first should be on top of us in a few seconds. Battle stations! Oh, okay. The Chelgret warship. Oh, I got one of those ships. Yes, give me your energy levels. Give me your energy levels. So I may stomp you into the ground. Oh, that is just fun. Oh. Chartheln warship. Oh, you hit me with Tychon's Rift! I will hit you with... Gravity Well? No? No Gravity Well? Oh, it's not off cooldown yet. That's right, eat my Gravity Well. Accolade complete, Glacial. Because I am cold as ice. Pak Tao Captain. Thank you for your fortunate assistance. We should be fine from here. I want to catch up with our sister ship, the Sabak. They fled at the first sight of the Breen raiders. We heard some of the slavers who attacked us talking about the Zarya system. If you want to take care of the Breen menace for good, you might want to start by looking for them there. Course laid in for the Zarya system, sir. Looks like there's nothing there of interest, just a broken planetoid. The system scans the Deferi provided are fairly out of date though, so something may have changed. Standing by to engage on your command, sir. Leave the system. Okay, let us go. Let us go to the Zarya system. which is of no relation to Zarya in Overwatch. Yeah. I know a lot of people that don't like, the Deep Space Science Vessel. This is the Deep Space Science Vessel, right? Yeah. Because it's a non-traditional Star Trek, like, ship design. It doesn't have, like, the saucer and the nacelles, like in the normal spots. But it sort of does look like probably what a science ship may look like. I don't really know, because I'm not a Starfleet engineer. Anyway, continue. Cracked core. Zarva. Sir, that destroyed planet has a dilithium-rich core. It looks like the Breen have set up a mine inside the remains of the planetoid, and true to form, they're using all the captured Deferi as slave labor. We'll have to defeat the Breen picket squadrons before we can beam down to the mine. It looks like there is only a small force, sir. Alright, we shall continue. You have no chance. You have no chance against me, Chelgret worship. Ow! Oh, God, that almost killed me. Them warp core breaches, man. Gotta watch out for them. You really gotta watch out for them. Gee.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Science ship brutality. Alyssa Flores. That's the last of the scout squadron, sir. Unfortunately, we cannot beam down to the Deferi, or unfortunately, we can't just beam up the Deferi. The Breen have some sort of transporter disruptor field in place. We need to get down there, disable it before we can rescue the Deferi slave laborers. Beam down? Send the away team. I shall lead it myself. Server not responding. Hooray. So we might get disconnected again. This soon. Wow, why? 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 Well, drink of water time. Yep, I'm gonna get disconnected again. Ha 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 ha. Oh, surprised. So, Devrel. Sir, sensors are showing that the Breen are using 3 separate transport disruptors. We will need to knock out those disruptors before we can transport any of the prisoners back to the Greece. Oh, I already know. That's a bot. That is a bot. And they're doing targeting advertisement. Uh-huh. So, just so you know, if you get random friend requests, just a random friend request, and if I were actually to click ignore, they will actually send me a private message. But if I just close out that little pop out without hitting ignore, I actually, they don't send the private message. So the spam bots have been coming back this week. Like every time there's a big event going on, the spam bots come back. And, and it's really annoying. Even though Cryptic and the Star Trek Online community, the dev team, they've curbed a lot of the gold selling, but sadly, when they break through, and when they do, they become extremely persistent. Anyway, Tavrel. Sir, sensors are showing that the Breen are using 3 separate transport disruptors. We will need to knock out those disruptors before we can transport any of the prisoners back to the Greece. The transport disruptors appear to be specifically key to Deferi physiology that would allow the Breen to beam them in and out at will. But the prisoners would be trapped. It also explains why our transporter signal wasn't disrupted. We will need to neutralize any Breen guard groups inside as well. We can't risk any unexpected Breen technology that might interfere with our rescue technologies. Alright, disable the transport disruptors and engage the Breen guards. Oh, hello. I will put Katamota here. And yeah, that was excessive. Calling in an orbital strike? Excessive. Geez, so much seismic activity inside here. I got you. Oh, Roomba of Death, you went before us. That's a cryo grenade. I didn't know they had May's ultimate in this game. I know, I'm talking nonsense. Right, here's one of them. Cover wall right here. And then a turret. Eat my spray! Ooh, they just got... Damn. Okay. And they're just around the corner for those other group. So we'll move up our fabrications. And I'll lay down some more mines. The Roomba of Death shall go. Eat my spray! Alright. Wonderful, wonderful. Put a cover wall here. Oh dear. Colez, why are you way out in front? No, Frozen! I didn't know you were in the game, May. May is the brain, confirmed. Jeez, this place is falling apart. Oh, I guess my mortar went ahead and lobbed some over. Wait, did I not disable the third transport inhibitor somewhere? Where is it? Oh yeah, I guess I didn't disable the third one. Wherever I skipped it was. Probably back in that same long room. Yep, right over there. I see you, I see you. Alyssa Flores. That's all the disruptors and guards, sir. I'm picking up a new contact aboard the station. We may have aroused the curiosity of the Breen commander. We should make sure that the Deferi have beamed away safely before investigating this new threat. Alright, check on the Deferi captives. Confirm Deferi evacuation. Well, since a new contact will probably be here. You know, I never noticed this, but this... Okay, I know it's a force field, but it goes straight out into the... That goes straight out into space! Gee. Just imagine that containment field, or force field, failing. Confirm the Deferi evacuation. Let's do it! We have confirmed that all Deferi prisoners have transported safely were clear to return. Thought Thrall! You are the one known as Reese. I was expecting someone more impressive. After all, Thought Wen was one of my most reliable veterans. Defeating him must have pushed you to your limits. I'd like to say that I'm looking forward to meeting you in person, but because I expect that Thought Gran to end your life here, I'm afraid that won't be possible. You have been interesting, but ultimately insignificant. Farewell. Oh, this guy's full of himself. Protect my medical generators! Roomba of Death, go! Oh, he stood no chance. Yeah! My stuff stayed alive. That's it. Now that we've taken care of the officer in charge, this entire mining operation should fall apart. But who sent that message? Thought Trell? Could he be the one who is behind all the problems the Deferi are having? We'll need to look into this in more detail, sir. Starfleet should be able to send patrols to ensure that the Breen don't set up shop here again. Or perhaps the Deferi will establish a dilithium mine here themselves. We can leave whenever you are ready, sir. Depart the system. Get course. Helm. Steady on. Steady on. Yay! Ah, there you are, Ambassador Sura. The survivors are on their way home, and we will be sending an expedition out to assess the viability of operating the mines ourselves. I think it would be wise to consider a joint operation with your government. The resources in the Zarya system are rare, and the best way to maintain the balance may be to share them with you. Thank you for all of your assistance. Your actions help to preserve the balance. You shall receive the following: some dilithium ore, experience, expertise, and a Breen transphasic cluster torpedo, because that's the only reward I could accept unless I replay it. Collect reward. Breen transphasic cluster torpedo. And a couple of new dailies got added. So, yes, I know, Sura. So, before we head off, we completed 2 out of 5 of the Breen story missions. 2 out of 5? 1, 2... Yeah, 2 out of 5. So, if we click replay on Cold Call, a couple of another reward has been added that we could select from. The cryo grenade from the first time and the parabolic deflector dish if we wanted to acquire a second one, which you don't really need to, because whenever you change ships, the gear transfers over, so you don't need like multiple copies of the same gear for each ship, which is such a big sigh of relief. Now, but if we go to look out in the cold, the one we just completed, we now can select Tricobalt Mine Launcher or Torpedo Launcher as the other rewards instead of the Transphasic Cluster Torpedo. Now, this Cluster Torpedo is an old weapon, and it's not really impressive. And it launches a transphasic cluster torpedo, and it creates 10 level 1 transphasic mines in a wide pattern. Now, each transphasic mine does 1,078 kinetic damage. So that's 10 times 1,078, so it sounds impressive. Keyword, it sounds impressive. But it's kind of an underwhelming weapon because I believe this is a targetable torpedo because it's a cluster torpedo, which kind of act like high yield torpedoes. So, the torpedo itself could be destroyed before it even gets to the impact point, which is a shame. If it got destroyed and it just released mines, when it was destroyed, or made impact with its target, it would have been a better weapon, but well, I don't know, they may have changed it since I last played with it. I haven't read if there's been any weapon changes to the Transphasic Cluster Torpedo. So it may actually be good now. I'm not sure. Alrighty, well, that will do it for this episode. Wow, that is very close to the sun. Let me just kind of pull away from the sun here. So that will do it for this episode. And as I try to get my ship to a nice little... Go away. Oh well. So, thank you for watching, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages that enjoy the work I do, or just Star Trek Online, and I could just write, bugger off. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great, great, great day, weekend, Valentine's Day. I don't know when you're going to watch this. I could grant you any number of days, holidays from around the world, and it may apply to you. But thank you very much watching this episode. Remember, please like, subscribe, tell your friends about it, even your granny, because your granny should be getting in on some of this awesome STO action. Thank you, everybody. Toodaloo.